Yo, what's going on YouTube? Technically T, man, another case video today, and we got the first case lineup for the iPhone XR. Boom. If we did, we just did the unboxing video of this bad boy. If you want to see the video, man, I will link that video above. But you already know, always the good folk over there at Spigen, always hooking it up, sending me all of the cases that they offer for the XR. Now we're going to go ahead and start off with the least protection and move up to the most heavy duty protection. So you already know the first one that we have to start off with is the thin fit. Now I'm not going to really get into, we're not really going to pay attention to the packaging and everything like that, because you already know what these cases are talking about. Here you go. Thin fit iPhone XR, basically your basic snap-on case, no cutouts for your buttons, and your top and bottom are going to be wide open. So if you want most minimal protection from Spigen, here it is, Spigen thin fit. So let's go ahead and slap it on the iPhone XR. There you see that cutout with that single camera. I'm real anxious to see what that camera and how it actually operates, but let's go ahead and take a look around it, man. Right side power button, once again, no raise button, you just have that power button right there. Flipping over on the bottom, you already know your cutouts are spot on, and you get those aluminum sides, man. I really like those aluminum sides, and your volume up and down just cut out, no buttons, and your mute toggle switch is right there, easy to get to. But like I said, man, just know your top is open and your bottom is open. So if you were to drop it, you could risk getting some damage on the top or bottom. Next, let's take a look at that lay on the table protection. And this is the Spigen thin fit. No lay on the table protection, man. You're not getting any heavy duty lay on the table protection at all. I'm rocking naked right now. I don't have a tempered glass screen protector up there, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get one in the near future. But no lay on the table protection. So if you do drop this bad boy, just know, be cautious when picking it up, man. How does it actually fit on the phone? You already know the thin fit snap on, and they feel good when they are on the phone. No issues whatsoever when it comes to this bad boy. When it's snapped up there, all is all. And the grip. The grip of the thin fit, I can always say, is actually pretty good. You would think this material will be a little bit slippery, but it's actually pretty grippy. I don't really find it that slippery at all. So it does feel good in your hand. Let's go ahead and bring this wireless charger over here. Dropping it down on wireless charging. It does work with the wireless charger. So here is the Spigen thin fit, man. The most minimal protection you're going to get from those guys. Next up, let's take a look at the Liquid Air. Now, this is one of my personal favorites from Spigen. The Liquid Air has came a long way, because this case used to not fit that good on phones. This case used to be very flimsy, man, but right now it actually is fitting very good, and this is easily becoming one of my favorite cases, and I still run this case on my Note 9. So very nice case, but let's go ahead and take a look at this, man. We get those buttons on the right, and you get your volume up and down button, cutout for that mute toggle. Flipping over on the bottom, you get your cutouts for your lightning and your speakers. Cutout for that mute toggle, and flipping over on the back, you do get that cutout for that camera logo. And that's the one time we're going to go over the buttons, because Spigen has nice fitting buttons. Really don't got no issue with them, man. They're always going to deliver when it comes to cases. But here it is, Liquid Air on the 10R. So let's take a look around the man. Power button, nice and tactile. Volume up, you can hear it. Volume down, nice and tactile, no issues. All of your cutouts are spot on. Mute toggle switch is definitely not hard to get to. And flipping over on the back, you do get that cutout for your camera, and it is protected. Next, let's take a look at that lay on the table protection. Now, you already see it actually has a very nice lip going all the way around it. Like I said, the Liquid Air has really made some nice improvements, and it's becoming from the very minimal case to a fairly decent protection case. But you see it does have a lip all the way around the man, so if you were to drop this bad boy, you should be good to go. How does it actually fit? And this is another category where the Liquid Air fits very, very good. You hear that snap. Once that bad boy is snapped in there, it is not coming off. We will see which one of these will be my daily case, man, because one of these will be it. And right now, the Liquid Air definitely has my attention. But the fit is A1. Tugging on the sides, as you see here, it is pretty stiff. No issue whatsoever. And I actually really have to pull it to get those sides to flex a little bit. How does it actually feel in your hand? It actually feels very good, man. Very grippy. Spigen doesn't really make slippery rubber, if I can say that. A slippery rubber type. So it's actually pretty grippy. And on the back, you see you do get a textured pattern here, and that definitely helps with the grip. So overall, man, Liquid Air, definitely my favorite case so far from Spigen for the 10R. Dropping it on wireless charging, boom, works with wireless charging. So once again, man, Spigen Liquid air. Next up, man, we are getting into one of my all-time favorites. I've been using this case for a very long time. No, I'm just not saying that because Spigen blessed me and hooked me up with these cases. I've been ordering the Neo Hybrid for years. I have seen this case get better and better, man, and it's one of my go-to cases always when I first get a device from Spigen, man. So let's go ahead and take a look around it. If you already know, you get your two-part case. The Neo Hybrid is always going to be a two-part case, which that's actually pretty cool, man, because if you get two of these, you can actually swap these frames around and make your own custom little, your own little custom little case that they don't sell. So that's a pretty nice touch. But we do get that raised power button, volume up, down, cutout for your, all your cutouts are the exact same, man. I mean, you already know, two-part case, but you don't have to take it apart to put it on. And snapping this bad boy on, here it is, Neo Hybrid 4 iPhone XR. Looks very good. I'm really liking that design of the XR. The black paired with this black and charcoal just looks super good and super sleek in my opinion. But let's go ahead and look around it. Power button, nice and tactile, no issue. Volume up, volume down, feels very good as always with Spigen buttons. You got those cutouts, spot on, no issue, and your mute toggle switch, nicely recessed, but not hard to get to it. Flipping it over on the back, you do get that cutout for your camera, and it is also recessed in there and good to go if you were to lay it on the table. Next, let's take a look at that lay on the table protection. Now you see the Spigen Neo Hybrid has a nice little lip going all the way around it, so you should be pretty good in the case that this bad boy falls face first. Seems like you should be pretty good and you really don't have to worry about anything. Next, let's talk about how does it actually fit, man. And the Spigen Neo Hybrids fit super duper tight. I'm literally trying to pull this off, and it's a tight fitting case to get off, man. Once this case is up there, and you can pop it off. I'm just, you know what I mean, you can easily pop it off. But once this bad boy is up there, you have to try to get this case off, man. So this case fits super duper tight all the way around it, just a stiff, excellent A1 feel, man, when it comes to the Spigen Neo Hybrid. And last but not least, how does it actually feel in your hands? Now, the Neo Hybrid kind of is a mixed bag for me because the phone, the rubber side right here is grippy. Now, this is almost basically the same material that you're getting on the Liquid Air. If you can see here, just a different pattern, but I feel like it's the same material. But where it could get a tad bit slippery is this plastic frame going around it. To me, this plastic frame going around it can get a little bit slippery. Your hand can rest on this little rubber lip that's right here, but that's not anything that's super guaranteed. But overall, it feels pretty good in your hand, man. I feel like if this was to drop on the ground, you're looking at medium protection, and it should be pretty good in that case. Dropping on wireless charging, it works with wireless charging. So once again, guys, Spigen Neo Hybrid, one of my personal favorites. Next up, Spigen Ultra Hybrid. Now, I have two Ultra Hybrid cases here. They have one that is a clear case and the other one which is a clear with a black frame. Now, you already know I'm going to struggle when it comes to this plastic, man. So I might just leave this up here because the plastic is going to be too hard to struggle, and I personally don't want to struggle with it. But actually, let's go ahead and cut the camera off. Let's get this plastic off because I don't want to show you with the plastic up there. So let's go ahead and get right back to it. All right, so here it is. We finally got the plastic off for Spigen. Listen, Linda, listen. Please get pull tabs when it comes to this plastic. I don't know if it's how you manufacture it. You really can't get pull tags, but pulling these plastic little frames off can be a little bit hard, man. So just get some pull tabs. Just make it a little bit easier on us, man. But it's not a deal breaker. So here it is, Spigen Ultra Hybrid for the iPhone XR. You see you get those raised buttons all around. All your cutouts are standard. If you want to show off the color of that iPhone XR, which I feel like clear cases are going to be very popular with this phone because of the different colors. So if you got a colorful case, this is one you might want to check out. But let's go ahead and pop the XR in here and let's take a look at it. Now, the Ultra Hybrid is also, when people ask me what's the best clear case, I always recommend the Ultra Hybrid. Is definitely one of my favorites. So here it is, Ultra Hybrid. Show off the color of that iPhone XR. Your buttons, power button, nice and tactile. Volume up, volume down, nice and tactile. Flipping it over on the bottom, all your cutouts are spot on, and you see that mute toggle switch isn't hard to get to as well. Flipping it over on the back, you already see that cutout for that camera, recessed, good to go if you were to lay it down on the table. Next up, taking a look at the lay on the table protection. Now you already see it does have a nice little lip that goes all the way around it. So if you were to drop this bad boy on its face, you should be good to go in an event that you do drop it on the ground. Now, how does it actually fit on the phone? The fit is actually very, very tight. You can't go wrong with the fit on any of these Spigen cases. The fit is always going to be A1 with no issues at all. So the fit all the way around it is A1, perfect when it comes to the fit. How does it actually feel in your hand? And it does feel pretty good. Clear case, you already know. I can say it has the ability to get a little bit slippery, but that is all depending on how your hands develop moisture and things like that. But overall, very nice case. Definitely one of the top clear cases. Dropping down on wireless charging. Yep, boom, it works. So Spigen Ultra Hybrid for the iPhone XR. Now here we are, another Ultra Hybrid, man. And this one I'm just gonna pop on real quick because there isn't much of a difference except it has a black frame going all the way around it. Now this is the one actually that I ask people when they ask me which clear case do they prefer. This is the one I always tend to offer because I feel like it definitely can provide a little bit more protection when it comes to those sides, because I just personally like the black sides a little bit better than the all clear. You can sometimes reduce that possibility of getting any yellowing, but we're not really going to go around this one, man. We're just going to go ahead and pop the XR because it's just like the other one that we did, except it has a hard, rubber TPU. The buttons nice and tactile. Everything is spot on, man. Everything is perfect with this phone. Now, if I had to personally run a clear case, this is the one that I would be running, man. Nice lay on the table protection, just like the all clear version. Fit A1, no issues whatsoever going on. But this one has a little bit better grip just because it has these rubber sides instead of clear sides like the clear Ultra Hybrid. I prefer these over the clear because it has a little bit more grip. So when people ask me, T, what's the best clear case? I will send them this one right here, man, because you can show off the color of that iPhone, yet you can have black sides. And I also think they make some that has colored sides going around as well. But here it is, man, Spigen Ultra Hybrid. Let's just drop it on the wireless charger. You already know all these work with wireless charging. But I just wanted to show you this one real quick. But this one would be one of my go-to cases if I had to run a clear case. Spigen Ultra Hybrid. All right, next up, we get into maybe if you want to say our two rough style cases, man. The first one right here, we're going to start off with the rugged armor. Now, this one is also one of my favorites. And the main reason this is one of my favorites because it has a cutout for that Apple logo. Now, I do like cases that has cutouts. I know a lot of people don't like that, but to me, I like a case that has an Apple logo. So let's go ahead and take a look around this case, man. You do get those raised power, volume up and down, cut out, all your basic everything. You do get that nice Spigen branding going down here. You get your faux little carbon fiber patches, and you do get a nice matte rubber type material. So let's go ahead and pop this XR up here and see how it actually looks, see how it actually feels, and it actually looks and feels very good. So let's take a look around the man. Buttons, you already know, man. Buttons nice and tactile. Cutouts are A1. Cutout for your mute toggle, easy to get to, and your camera is recessed in there, so you should be good with lay on tail protection on the back. Flipping over on the front, 360-degree lip going all the way up. I just hit that camera right then. 360-degree lip that goes all the way around it, man. So you are definitely good if you were to drop it down on the table. Next up, how does it actually fit, man? And the fit is, once again, a nice snug fit from all of Spigen cases. You don't have to worry about the fit being loose. All of these cases are just snug the way cases are supposed to be. Other case companies out here, man, take a look at Spigen and look at how they're doing it because their fit is A1 when it comes to their cases. How does the actual fit feel in your hand? And it actually feels very good, man. Same material as the Ultra Hybrid that we just did. Feels very good. Keeps the profile of the phone fairly thin. Once again, show off the color of that iPhone XR in the camera area and also with the Apple logo. So very nice fit and feeling case. Dropping down on wireless charging. Boom, it works with wireless charging. So Spigen rugged armor. All right, last but not least, man, probably arguably one of the most best cases from Spigen. I know a lot of people who run this case. I love this case. We're talking about the Spigen Tough Armor, man. So let's go ahead and throw that to the side. I have a pile of cases to mess over here, man, because I'm getting into all these videos. But here it is, the most heavy-duty protection when it comes from Spigen, and this is in their Tough Armor case. Two-part case, has a little bit different design because of the flat buttons. Now, we're going to get into those because personally, that's not really my favorite when it comes to cases, but it is what it is. You get that cutout for your Apple logo, and you do get a little kickstand on the bottom. So let's go ahead and pop this iPhone XR in here. and let's go ahead and go around this bad boy here. So once again, I told you, man, the buttons are a flat button rated label right there, PWR. They're flat buttons, and I don't personally care for that because sometimes, even though naturally you know where the buttons are, they're just very hard to find because everything is flat. Yes, it does feel like rubber and you're distinctive, but I feel like that can be a little bit confusing. But where I feel like it gets most confusing is on the left side with the volume up and down, because you have to kind of just feel and press them. I still wish they kind of had the same buttons just like all the rest of the cases, but it is what it is, man. It's not a deal breaker. You get that mute toggle switch kind of deeply recessed in there. All of your cutouts are spot on, and then you do get that recessed camera down up in there. Next, lay on the table protection. Now, you already know if it's going to be the most protected, you already know it's going to have a lay on the table protection. Now, it does give you a protection all the way around it, so you should be good if you were to drop this bad boy on the ground. It's a tough armor, man. This bad boy should be able to take a drop. How does it actually fit on the phone? And a tough armor fits like a glove. I mean, I'm pulling right here, and the sides are very hard to come off. The top and bottom are where you're going to get your case off at, but when it comes to putting on those sides, I mean, this bad boy is up there. Super reinforced on the sides. You get no bending whatsoever. Another A1 fit when it comes from Spigen. Now, how does it feel in your hand? Feels pretty good. The one thing I like about the armor, tough armor, is because it has like a squared off design. So therefore, that gives you a little bit more grip on it, man. Adds just a little bit of bulk to the device. Not a ton of bulk, and that's good because you're getting this level of protection with a semi-still slim case. And dropping it down on wireless charger, yes, it does work with wireless charging. And let's go ahead and take a look at this kickstand. Now, the kickstand isn't the most durable. You see it kind of wiggles and does things, but if you're not messing with it, prop it up on your desk, on your nightstand at night, watch what you want to watch, man, you should be good to go. But just know this kickstand isn't anything that's super heavy duty. But once again, here it is, Spigen tough armor. All right, so lining all the cases up again, man, least protective to the most protected. And you already know what my two favorites are. You got to have the stuff tough armor. And we're basically going to say with three favorites. So we got that tough armor, but this is coming in at my least favorite just because of the buttons. I do love this case, but this is probably out of all the favorites, my least favorite. My number two, you already know, is going to be a very hard choice, man. I'm probably have to go with the liquid air. I really like this case, man. I just really like it. This is a nice overall, super nice, solid quality. But if I have to give it to number one, we always got to give it to my Spigen Neo Hybrid, man, because this just, I don't know, man. This just screams quality to me, and the design of it, how it looks on the back. I just really like that Neo Hybrid, and that's just a classic case, man. You can never go wrong with it. But as always, man, you know I will leave a link to each and every one of these cases down there in the description below. Hey, let me know which one you like. Let me know which one you'll be picking up, man. And I'm going to catch you on the next one, guys. Definitely give that video a thumbs up. Subscribe for more case reviews for one of the most popular phones that's came out in 2018. But I will catch you on the next one, guys. Later.